Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. In today's video, I wanted to share with you what's going on in my propagation boxes. Now I do have a few of these, and some of these are from videos, and I just wanted to take some time to show you what I have going on in here and explain to you why I propagate some things in the way that I do, because one of these or a few of these will be examples of just how long some of these do take. The first box here, just a plastic shoe box, basically. Take a look in there. Couple yellow leaves, some bare little stems, let's see, I think the Royal Queen Philodendron is the biggest thing in here. And that, when I got mine, it was decent looking. A Royal Queen is in the Erubescens family, which is the same family as Pink Princess and what's the other one? I can't think of it now. But anyway, it has the same type of leaf and it looks similar. Sometimes called the Burgundy Princess or Reverted Pink Princess, which it isn't. But it will develop as it gets bigger and gets more mature. It will put out nice maroon looking leaves and fade to a dark green. This one is in a prop box. You can see quite the long root system. And a few of these look like they're dead off of something else that doesn't even belong to this. See? There we go. Looks better, looks healthier like that. But yeah, this was starting to rot on me. Like I said, when I got mine, it was nice, and it was when I started buying the bigger plants because I figured bigger is better and it'll look better quicker. Nope. The bottom of the plant by the time it got here was leafless, and I didn't like it looking like a tree, so I chopped it and propagated. Now these other are Monstera dubias, and it's really funny because if you don't stake them, I don't know if you can see just how tiny those leaves are and how far apart they come. Like, it is insane. This piece here was just put in here like a week or two ago, and you can see has some nice decent roots and is already growing, so they definitely are a little bit easier to propagate than people lead you to believe. It's actually harder to keep them looking pretty than anything else. Monstera dubia in that case is what I'm talking about. Here's another shoebox type propagation box. And this one has a little bit of everything. You can see this here is actually a piece of my, what is it called? Lipstick plant. The basic green lipstick plant. It fell off the plant when I bought it, so I figured, why not? We'll try. I didn't do it in a video or anything. This guy here, I've had since I bought my original cutting for this plant, and that is the red emerald. That's the one I couldn't think of earlier. That's in the Erubescens family. The red emerald philodendron, and it was the end cutting that they took too early, so it's tried to put out a couple leaves, but the leaves keep dying because there's no roots or nothing to sustain them. So I don't know how, but I've had this thing going for like 6 months already. No leaves, no roots. You can see it does have some roots there. At first I had gotten a few and I got cocky and I tried to put it out in the open and the leaf died. Or the leaf it was starting to get died, so that's why it looks like a little tiny nothing. These here are just random little wet sticks that I have in here. I honestly don't even know what they are at this point. I would have to wait till they grow. I can take a guess and let me look around and see what is green that I chopped up like that. Oh, I know what they are now. It's Philodendron brantianum, the silver leaf heart-shaped philodendron. So I do know what they are. And these over here, I had to tear off some leaves off of purple passion plant to propagate it. So I figured, why not give it a try. Most things that are furry propagate easily from leaves. So I tried it. They have tons of roots. No one's showing any growth yet, but when you do grow from a leaf, it takes forever. And that is going to be the next box I show you. This next box is my leaf propagation box. I don't know if any of you have been around that long or remember it, but you can see there are a couple things yellowing. This is the ZZ plant, but if we look at the back, it has developed a little bit of a tuber down there. They grow from big, thick roots like potatoes. You can see this one a little bit better. That's a peperomia frost from a leaf. Tiny little thing. The leaf is actually still attached there. This is a begonia. I think it's a escargot begonia because it does look like a snail. If you see right there, a little inner heart leaf swirls around. This is a cocktail begonia, one of the ones from outside. I decided why not try and propagate it. So it does have roots. There's a couple other little leaves that fall off of plants and I just throw them in here. I figure why not. Here's another, I don't know if we can see that tiny little thing. That was actually a leaf and stem propagation of a red kiss begonia. Well, the leaves started to rot because it was touching the side of the wall of the plastic. So I cut it out and left the stem. Well, it rooted and started to grow from almost nothing. So you will be surprised. It takes longer, but it can be done to save a plant. Now, not everything can be regenerated like that. Certain plants will do it, others just don't want to. And this is my last propagation box. I know. Finally, right? And you can see this is the fullest as well. There's a string of hearts. I think that's the silver variety. And again, more Monstera dubia. I have these things coming out of my ears, guys. I really shouldn't have chopped it up as much as I did. This here, this little guy that no one else would be able to recognize. This is a philodendron pedatum. Let me see if I can pull it up. Now, I had ordered a piece of that quite a while ago, and it was a cutting, so I cut it in half and I tried to get 2 plants right away. Well, I ended up with a bug problem in one room, not in the other of my house. My house is tiny. I don't know how it didn't spread, but luckily it didn't. And the cutting I had in the other room was starting to get attacked by the bugs, and he ate all the roots off the propagation after it was growing. So it started to decline, and I decided I'll take it and throw it in the propagation box and see what happens. It's my second little plant I got out of there from saving it. These, I don't know if they'll do anything. Oh, it looks like they already are. Let's see if you can see it. See that little growth pushing on the opposite side of the root? These are Cebu Blue cuttings. Like I've mentioned before, I can get roots on them in water. They just don't transfer well to soil for me. They lose the leaves and eventually end up dying. So I figured, why not go back to basics, do wet stick propagation. If it works, it works. I don't care how. I just want a Cebu Blue. Here is a Philodendron mexicanum. Now, remember I've said before, if you can afford to buy a little bit bigger, do it, because you can always have extras. So that's one. And here's another one here with this big, long, gnarly root hanging out. It's a nice big chunk. And over here, you can see it's starting to grow. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I do have 2 other that's not Cebu Blue. Philodendron mexicanum. So I do know I don't need 4 of them. I might grow them on a little or use those as my propagations or like mother plants to propagate from. Or who knows, maybe I'll trade them. But yeah, that's about it. This is, or was supposed to be, a chunk of, what is it? Oh, El Chaco Red. And you can see it looks like it's starting to push something there, right here. But I'm not holding out too much hope for this guy. If it does it, cool. If not, well, I didn't pay that much for it. Yeah, that's about it for this propagation box. Here's another little tiny piece of Imperial Red Philodendron. I chopped that guy into almost nothing, and let's see if we can show you. That bump on the side there started to form, so it looks like it's starting to push. But yeah, pretty basic. These are the easiest way to try and propagate, especially difficult things. You just put it in a clean container with some moss, some moistened sphagnum moss, and walk away basically. I keep these in my kitchen. It's in a shelf so it doesn't get too much sun, and it's at a direct light, so I mean it's not going to be growing super fast, but because of that you can walk away and check on it. I'd say every couple weeks, every couple days, whatever works for you. The only thing is, if you do walk away too long and things start to rot, it can definitely be a bad situation when you come back to it. So keep an eye on it. That's why I like to clear things I can see in it without opening it. Occasionally just go by and burp it, let some air in and out, you know, recycle the air or cycle the air through. But that's about it. Pretty easy, pretty space saving, and again, you don't have to worry about things dying on you because you forgot to water or it dried up, or relatively easy. I have showed someone else how to do this. She sent me a video, super excited about her success, so I figured I'd share with you guys what I have going in my boxes. Thank you for watching and have a great day.